Turning now our attention to Wall Street. If you own a 401k, look away. Stocks tumbled yesterday following a much-needed week of gains, sending the S&P 500 to its best performance in a single day in 2 years last Friday. Now, the market took a dive overall, with each index closing in the red. The Dow dipped over 62 points, the S&P 500 down more than 11 points, and the NASDAQ slipped over 71 points at yesterday's close. NewsNation business contributor Lydia Moynihan is here. And Lydia, closing in the red after a few days in the green. Volatility is the word. What should we be watching for on Wall Street today?
Yeah, it was a disappointing day after last week's rally, and what we saw was a lot of profit taking. People were glad to see stocks up just marginally and wanted to get some profit and get out of the market. And again, until we see some of these underlying factors that have gotten us here in the first place, inflation, rising interest rates, the war in Ukraine, we're going to expect to see a lot of volatility. There's a few pieces of data that are coming out today that people have a close eye on. The first is the consumer confidence report. And economists care about that because it's a good indication of how consumers are feeling about the market. Are they going to be willing to spend more this summer? Are they going to be saving? Are they worried about inflation? What is going on inside their brain? So that's the first piece of data we care about today. The second is the housing report. And that's going to be a good indication of, are people kind of girding their loins, or are they willing to make a big purchase at a time like this during this uncertainty? Are they willing to take out a mortgage with interest rates increasing? So we'll be keeping a close eye on both of those reports.
Now, we know consumer confidence has been going down for months now. We'll see what happens with that one. Also, though, you're seeing markets and companies react to the Supreme Court ruling regarding Roe versus Wade. What's the story here?
Yeah, it's interesting. Companies have increasingly gotten more and more political in recent years, and now this is sort of forcing their hand to take a stand. Are they going to pay for abortion rights out of state, or are they not? And if they are willing to do that, how are they going to message that without offending a large swath of the company and the country? One thing that I think is interesting to watch here is this is sort of putting a check on a lot of companies going from blue states to red states. We saw this trend of companies going from California, like Tesla, to Texas, where it's a much more favorable economic environment for them. Lower taxes, a better place to operate. And now their employees aren't happy about it. Google actually sent out a notice to employees telling them, if you're not happy in a place like Texas or Florida, we will relocate you from a red state to a blue state if that's more aligned with your values. So we're really seeing management just bending over backwards to try and do what they think is going to make their employees happy.
Wow. Now that is a financial commitment. A lot of those companies allowed people to work remotely, and maybe if they chose a state where abortion is now illegal, they might pay to relocate them. That is some news right there. Thank you very much. Lydia Moynihan live for us today in New York.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.